What's going on, everybody? All right. So I'm not going to be at my desk for, I think, about another day or so. I don't know. Then I'll break away. I'll be free. But till then, I just want to tell you something. Going through what I'm going through in the recovery process, I'm going to make you laugh a little insight about me that's probably going to touch a little bit of you. And for those of you that are not haven't taken the full step over into being without a job, I tell you a little insight. When you live outside of being tied to employment, you're responsible for everything. So no matter what it is, it doesn't fucking matter. You wake up on Thursday, Sunday, whatever, you're responsible for everything. There is no safety net for you. That's why the brain always has to be switched on. Even when you're miserable and pain, when you got half a foot fungus, it doesn't matter. You're always on the game. You always got the hustle on. So in the process of going through like a spasm of pain and stuff like that, because it's all neurological stuff, I just said to myself, okay, let me just go through my numbers, because you have to go through your numbers, your bank accounts, your investments and everything like that, because that gives you the peace of mind that knowing everything is okay. But I'll make you laugh. And so in the process of everything, I looked at everything and I was like, okay, everything's good, everything's fine. And it's funny because in all that pain and all that misery and all that freaking discomfort and all this, Jesus, why me? And all that, I had a half a smile on my face, because obviously for me, I'm not a carpenter, I'm not an auto mechanic, I'm not a freaking ballerina or nothing. What I do is I'm a money person. So at the end of the day, when I saw the end result of everything I did, I've done, whatever, I put a smile on my face, which is kind of a funny thing because, it's not like I'm going to do anything with it. I just have the numbers there and I'm updated. It's okay to look at your numbers. It's okay to look at your numbers even when you feel uncomfortable, and to plan and to everything. You need to do that. You need to have a relationship with your numbers. Never fear looking at your numbers. That's called living in denial. You could be in denial who you're married to. You could be in denial whether your job likes you, construction outside, normal stuff. You could be in all kinds of fucking denial in your life, okay? You could be sending pictures to a woman online. Yes, this is me. Yeah, this was you 25 years ago. And that's really the size of my dick, whatever. But you can't be in denial about money and investment. You cannot do that. You cannot be in denial about the money that you owe on a monthly basis and things that are coming up that you're responsible for. Even when you're feeling horrible, do not lie to yourself about money. That is, you can be sick and dying and say, I'm going to be fine, I'm going to be good. The doctor's like, no, you're not. This motherfucker is not going to make it. You can do whatever you want. You can use hope in a lot of different places, but not when it comes to money. When it comes to money, that is the one thing. Math doesn't lie. So if you're feeling bad and stuff like that, do your numbers. If you don't like your numbers, plan for better numbers. That's what we're all here for, right? I'll make you laugh at the last piece. When I was younger, a bunch of us in the neighborhood, we got grabbed and we got taken to Rikers a little bit longer than we thought we were going to be there for. And one of the guys who were there, he had a good job. He had one of these kind of jobs at a company called Con Edison, which was like the power company for New York City. So he had a good, solid blue-collar job. And all of a sudden, he's kidnapped to Rikers Island. It wasn't even us. At the end of the day, they just swept up everybody in the block. Thank you, Giuliani. So we're there, and he's like, every day he's complaining. Every day I'm going to lose my job. I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to not be able to pay my car. I'm not going to be able, from his perspective, I totally understood that, because we got kidnapped, and he couldn't get to anything. He's like, my mortgage is going to be late, all kinds of stuff. And there was a guy there, this fucking guy, I still remember him to this day, and I'm going to tell you about putting a smile on your face. It's a funny story, too. This fucking guy was there, and he's an older Puerto Rican guy. Go look at motherfucker. Like, for real. Like, outside in the world, he could have been swinging dick like fucking Tarzan. But he sat down one day, and he told him, guy, what's going on, man? I see you every day. You look stressed. You look like you're dying inside. Puerto Ricans talk to each other like that. We're like, we just talk straight. He starts telling him, no, I'm here. I can't go to my job. I'm going to lose my job. He tells him the whole fucking thing. And he tells him, God, you'll survive any fucking thing. The fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? You think God put you here on earth to die over losing one good job? So you'll be behind on bills. You got to make back the money. Do what you got to do. That's all you can do. And then he's like, look, I'm going to tell you something. When I was out in the street, I was a big time fucking drug dealer. I ran fucking neighborhoods. Me and my family, we had it all. We had cars, homes on Long Island. We had homes in the crib, everything. He said, I lost fucking everything. And he said, you know something too? Now I'm here making breakfast for fucking people that used to be my freaking crackheads they used to buy from me. And he says, this is what I do. I gotta make breakfast every day for the people I used to sell drugs to. And I was the rich guy. So everybody's like, wow, man, now you're making breakfast for everybody. I was gonna complain about the breakfast selection, like for nothing. That banana and the warm milk and jelly, that was kind of getting to me. But then he says something that like stopped all of our hearts. It's true what he was saying though, his whole perspective. He said, and then they told me that I was HIV positive. But they couldn't prove it because the lab results were raw. So I still had to work making breakfast for everybody. And I was like, wait a minute. You're making our breakfast and you're HIV positive? I'm like, I don't want that banana no more or that jelly. But anyway, he found out 4 months later that he wasn't HIV positive. So he thought he was HIV positive, making breakfast for freaking inmates after he lost everything in life. And you know what's the one thing that Puerto Rican motherfucker told me? He says, and I'm getting out of here in 11 years. And in 11 years, I'm going to get it all back. All back. The second I walk the fuck out of here, if there's a quarter on the fucking floor, I'll turn it into $1. I'll never forget that motherfucker because in a different walk of life, he would have had a suit and tie in an office and been running a firm. So all I can tell you is don't eat any HIV bananas and don't be afraid of your numbers. Don't lie to yourself about your numbers. No matter what they are, you can always build.